Australian kingpin Peter Vusu, leader of the powerful bloodline Iga and jailhouse Trump, is back speaking his truth. Since coming home after spending nearly 2 decades behind bars, has been making waves online with his social media platform, Triggz and Gangster Meets Sweetness, on Instagram and TikTok. Take a listen to some more experiences Peter has come across.
Not back in the days, I mean, like, I think about 4 years ago, 2019 or something like that. Him and 2 of his mates tried to jump me, 3 of them, at Silverwater Correctional Center. So I was about to get out of Segro and they told me I was going to go to Pod 10. At the time, it was 2019. At the time, there was no Bloodline boys. Oh, this cut up already. Not an AI, boys.
We just did the question. Unless this was pre-recorded.
Yeah, so with that Rob Hulla bloke, I didn't know him. I had no issue with him, but he was a part of that OC gang. And when they were letting me out of Segro, I was the only bloodline in Silverwater. So the whole Silverwater was filled with S2F and OC. There was a gang called Heartless. There was none, that wasn't even around at the time, 2019. And when I was being released out of segregation, I knew that I was going to bump into one of them. So all the boys that was in Segro, they were like, "Where you going, Pete?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to the pod." I said, "I'll see you all in about 5 minutes." And they all started laughing because they all know what I'm like. If you get in my way, I'm going to do what I need to do. So what happened was, from Segro, I walked to Pod 10. And as soon as I walked in, I was in there's a cage here, and I was inside the cage, yeah? And I was looking around, and this one big boy, he saw me, and as soon as he saw me, he put his head down, and then he spoke to his mate. And as soon as he spoke to his mate, them 2 stood up and walked away, and then a 3rd one followed them. All 3 of them walked inside the cell. Straight away, I knew something was about to happen. So I took off my jumper, put it aside, and I got ready for it. And as soon as the door got cracked open, I didn't even walk out yet with my property. And Rob Hulla, with his shirt off, because he's a big boy, he come walking over and he started shouting, "OC, nigga, OC, this fucking OC pod." Started telling me, "Let's go, motherfucker, let's go." Look, this is what he was doing, yeah? And I had my property in my hand when he was walking towards me and bouncing up and down like this, yeah? And I thought to myself, this is a big boy. And when I turned around and I walked off, yeah? I walked off with these bags in my hand. I think he thought that I shit my pants and I was gonna go. So I turned around, I walked with my bags, and I yelled out to someone else that had my bags, and I said, "Bring my bags." And I walked into the cage that I just came out of, and I put it down. When I put it down, I walked back out. And when I walked back out, he looked at me and then he quickly put his hands up again. I walked to the side and he was bouncing up and down. My right eye was looking at his mate who was standing there, and there was a 3rd one. As he was bouncing up and down, I was just moving, and then I faked, yeah? As I faked, he flinched, I threw my left hook and I hit him square right on the chin, and I laid him out. I'm telling you, he was asleep, curled up like this when I stood over the top of him, and I fucking went to town on him. And that's why it makes me laugh. I keep hearing stories that he's telling at Lithgow prison and other prisons where he's going, "Yeah, I dropped Picker, we got him. And that even that Franny Gronk, he was at Kempsey, and I got told that when the situation occurred, that Hulla must have told someone else outside. Then that person, when Franny called from Kempsey prison, told Franny, and apparently at Kempsey they had a big celebration. "Yeah, fucking Picker got. Yeah, fucking Picker got." And I was laughing because I didn't know this at the time. My thing is, I didn't know who this big muscly kid is. I laid him out with one hit. It wasn't even a fight. For the size and for the way he approached me, you'd think it'd be a fight. I'm telling you, it was one hit and he went to sleep, literally on the ground, went to sleep. I'm not saying this to flex. I'm just explaining that the story he's telling everyone didn't happen. It was one hit and he went to sleep. And then when I stepped over the top of him and I went to town on him, his friend tackled me from behind, yeah? When I fell forward, I turned around quickly and I grabbed his friend by the head and I stabbed him in the head. As I stabbed him in the head, he went through and he took off. This was a sheep that I saw on the ground, so I don't know where the sheep came from. I just grabbed it and I went to town on him, yeah? On his mate, and his mate quickly got out of my grip and ran off. And then when I jumped up, as I went to get up, I turned around and Hala was back on his feet and he threw a hit and it hit me, yeah? And I buckled backwards and I hit the wall. And then as I came back up towards him, I started laughing and I was shaping up. I hit him 3. As soon as I hit him 3 in the chin, he went backwards and he turned around and then he just ran. For those of you who know Rob Hala, you're probably thinking, you're a fucking shit talker picker, bro. Rob would never run. Baba, wait till I fucking bring the footage up. You're gonna see him running. And the only ones who will tell the truth about this story is the screws at Silverwater. Because after this incident, every screw in Silverwater started saying to me, fucking hell, bro, you can fight. Every officer knew me as a gentleman, and that I click when it comes down to it, but everyone thinks they're a fucking fighter, and every officer has seen this bullshit. Want to be gangster, want to be boxer, want to be fucking grappler. But when an officer sees it with their own eyes and sees that it's something that can't be taught, and wow, I just saw it, this is when they talk about it, bro. It was that big that the chatter about this hit went on for about a year. Every officer kept getting in my fucking ear about it. Hey, VAIUSU, what about that hit? Hey, VAIUSU, fuck me dead, saw the footage. Like, there was a Tongan officer, yeah? He was at Silverwater. This Tongan officer, he pulled me aside one day. I was just walking and he goes to me, hey, VAIUSU. He goes, saw that footage of you laying out fucking Hala. And I was like, oh yeah, what about it? And this is what he said to me. He goes, that motherfucker's not Tongan. And I looked at him and I was like, what's Tongan got to do with it? Like, I was thinking to myself, why the fuck are you a screw and you're trying to make this into a Samoan Tongan thing? You motherfucker, I've got freaking Tongan brothers that I'm like this with you. And you just tried to turn this situation into a Samoan Tongan thing, which it never was. It was an OC bloodline thing, yeah? And as soon as he said that, I go, bro, what do you mean he's not Tongan? I go, what? Just because he lost the fight, you're gonna belittle him like that? And his Tongan officer actually he took a backward step, as in like he was like, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like he didn't realize that I was gonna speak like that. I think he thought I was gonna jump on his bandwagon and belittle Hala as well, which I didn't. So I was like, bro, you're Tongan, he's Tongan. Just because he lost the fight or just because you're a screw and he's an inmate, like, doesn't mean you have to put the bloke down. Do your fucking job and go to fuck home. Like, fuck me dead, bro. You know? And that's where the situation occurred with Hala. So it was only one hit from me, went to sleep, his mate tackled me on the ground, and he ran like a bitch after fucking I got him. And then when I stood back up, I'm telling you, when I say run, he was running like this. You know, my brother's in one of my brother 212 hit songs, he talks about a guy who's a runner. He's a track star. Pretty much that's what Hala was. I'm not trying to say that fucking I'm this fucking mad fighter, because I'm not. There's people out there who are bigger and stronger than I. What I'm saying is, on that day, I came out on top. So this story that he's telling everyone, very, very, very false. He ran like a little bitch. And as soon as we got, hey, listen to this, yeah? After that situation, I got taken back to Segro and I had blood all over me. I had blood all over here, all over my arm, yeah? And then the squad was saying to me, hey, VAIUSU, we got to take you to the nurse. We got to take you to the nurse. So I'm not fucking going to the nurse. And they're like, VAIUSU, we got to get you medical attention. And I said, I'm not going to the nurse. That's it. And he's like, but VAIUSU, you got blood all over you. And I said, mate, it's not my fucking blood. As soon as I said that, they all looked at each other And then they all said, just let it go. Let him go to his cell. As I was walking back into Segro, yeah, there was this OC bloke. What the fuck was his name? This cunt's name was walking past him. And as I was walking past him, he saw blood all over me, yeah? And straight away, he jumped up and he was like, yeah! He goes, suck shit, can't suck shit. Like that. And I looked at him and I stopped. As I stopped, I turned to him and I said, when your mates come to segregation, just remember what I did to your mate is gonna be 10 times different than what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna fucking fuck you up, cunt. And then I walked off. As I went to my cell, I was kicking back in my cell, and someone yelled out to me. And I'm pretty sure Jungle from Mount Druitt was in segregation when I came back. And when they yelled out to me, what happened? I said to them, what's called? Nah, nothing, bro. Everything's good. And Hala and his mate, you know, the one that got stabbed in the head, them two came into segregation. And the guy that was swearing at Isaiah, that's his name. This OC cunt's name is Isaiah. He was the one that was yelling out to me when I came walking past him. So Isaiah yelled out to Hala and his mate, yeah, and he goes to them, hey, fuck, what happened? You fucking get bigger, you get bigger, like that. And all I heard was this from Hala. Because, bro, the fucking cunt bellowed me. And then they all went quiet.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.